Today we're going to make dry chili in a jar, and you can use either dehydrated or freeze-dried products in this. If you use freeze-dried, it's going to go much faster and cook up faster. If you're going to use dehydrated, it's going to take a little longer. So what we need is tomato powder, freeze-dried ground beef, quick cook red beans, and I would advise you to use the quick cook red beans. Now, Cat's Cradle has a very good video out on how to make these. And if you want to save yourself some money, go to her site and find out how to dehydrate your own beans. Dehydrated onions, dehydrated celery, freeze-dried bell peppers, or you can use your own dehydrated peppers. And then I'm going to go ahead and use mushrooms. These are freeze-dried, but you can use dehydrated if you want. You're going to need chili powder, black pepper, garlic granules, and some type of beef broth. This is a very simple recipe. You can add noodles to it if you want, some kind of pasta like macaroni, and make it chili mac. You're also going to need your quart jar, your lid, and your ring. You're going to need a funnel. You're going to need measuring cups and measuring spoons. And then depending on what you want to use, you're going to need your oxygen absorber or you're going to need your food saver. Now, I have a lot of oxygen absorbers that I want to use up. This is 300 cc's. You do not need 300 cc's for a quart jar, but I'm going to use it because I want to use these up. I think all you need really is a 50 cc, and that would be fine. But like I said, I want to use mine up. What I need is 2/3 of a cup of tomato powder. So I'm just going to put 2/3. This is 1/3 measuring cup. 2/3. Boy, I got some kind of allergy. You're going to need 1 cup of hamburger. You could also put freeze-dried sausage in there if you want. 1 cup of quick cook beans. Oh, Lord. There you go. Now I want you to think about what you use on an everyday basis when it comes to your chili. What do you use? I put in onion. So what I'm going to do is take about 1/3 of a cup, 1/3 of a cup of onion. I love me onion. There you go. Don't that look pretty? Look how pretty that's looking. 1/3 of a cup of onion. I like celery in my chili. If you don't, just leave it out. So I put about 1/3 of a cup of that in there. I love pepper in my chili, so I'm going to put about 1/3 of a cup of that in there. Yes, remember you can use your dehydrated. I might even put a little dab more. Okay, of pepper in there. Look how beautiful that is. If you want to give that as a gift. Now that would be very, very pretty. I like garlic, so I am going to put, whoops, let me check that. Okay, I am going to put a full teaspoon of garlic in it. We like our spices in this house. Maybe a little more. It's ours. It's your menu. You go ahead and do whatever you want with it. I'm going to put probably close to a full teaspoon of pepper in it. Now on the chili powder, let's see, what did I think I would do on that? On the chili powder itself, I'm going to put a full tablespoon. Now taste this while it's cooking. This is up to you what you want. Taste it as it's cooking. You might decide, you can tell I use a lot of it. Okay, a tablespoon of chili powder. You might decide you want more. If you want more, put more in. But I would say let this be your basics recipe. and then go from there. Now as far as beef bouillon, just because I like it, I'm going to put in a nice heaping tablespoon of beef bouillon. Put that in there. And because I got a smidge in the room, God help me if I ever have any room in one of these things, I'm going to put in just a few mushroom, if I can fit them. I might not be able to. Oh yeah, we can do it. There we go. We got it in there. And that's all for flavor, friends. I'm going to put an oxygen absorber right on the top. I'm going to put a nice clean lid on. The nice thing about meals in a jar is that you can reuse these lids for meals in a jar, but you can never use them again to put in regular canning that's going to go in the water. Oh my goodness, that already sealed down. Okay, well it will. It takes about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then this will seal. This is sealed right away. There wasn't much oxygen in it, trust me, but it'll seal even further. Is that beautiful? Let's switch this up a little bit. We want something, Deb, I really like to have sausage in mine. And maybe I don't like to have mushrooms. Maybe I don't want to put mushrooms in mine at all, but I want to put pasta in it. Okie dokie, let's have some fun with that. Let's put some pasta in it. Let's start with 1/3 of a cup of pasta. Now remember, this all is going to swell up, so we don't need to have as much as we might actually think. Maybe we're going to put 3/4 of a cup of ground beef, and maybe we're going to put 1/4 of a cup of sausage crumbles in it. These are so good. Gives it a little more flavor. That's what we're looking for. So this is sausage, this is ground beef, and this is pasta in there. Now what are we going to do? We're going to go back to our usual 2/3 of a cup of spaghetti, tomato powder, 2/3 of a cup. We're going to go to 1/3 of a cup onion. Never forget your onion. A little bit less than 1/3 of a cup of celery. 1/3 of a cup of green pepper, yellow pepper, red pepper, whatever you want. I like using a mixture because it just looks pretty. And this time, I'm going to put in 2/3 of a cup of quick cooked beans. Not a full cup, 2/3 of a cup. There you go. And now I have room for my spices. So I'm going to put in a heaping tablespoon of beef bouillon. I'm going to put in a tablespoon of chili powder. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to put in a full whopping teaspoon of garlic. Now, something else. You might like cumin. You might like cilantro in yours. I do like cilantro, and I do put it in there sometimes, but my husband isn't a big fan of cilantro. So what I tend to do is just put the dry cilantro on the side, and I use it. I'll take some of it out and put it in a bowl, and you know, that's mine. And that looks good. Now, what I see, oh lordy, I have more room for pasta. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill it up with pasta. I'm going to take my, this is that for you chili mac lovers. I'm going to take another oxygen absorber. I'm going to push it down, put it on there. I'm going to seal it up. And I'm going to put on here chili mac. And now what you're going to do is put 6 cups of water. Alright? 6 cups, or you can even put 2 full quarts of water in this, which I'm going to show you what that looks like, and I am going to use the 2 quarts. Remember the trick I taught you yesterday. If your chili when you're done is way too soupy, you put a couple tablespoons of powdered potato flakes in it. Nobody will ever see it, but your chili will be thicker. That's a little trick I learned from a very nice lady, Marcia, who taught me how to cook Mexican food. Is that beautiful? Now let's look at that. This one is chili mac. See the layers? And this one is not chili mac, but this one is just ground beef and mushrooms. I want you to have fun with these recipes. Right now we can have fun. And when the SHTF happens, and it will, to have a variety in menu will be a big boost to those around us as well as to ourselves. There's nothing worse than a mother seeing their children be hungry or not want to eat because they're not used to certain foods. That's not the time to play games. Psychologically, you are going to need a boost. And to have a little kid say, Mommy, that's so good, is going to mean a lot to you. So I hope you enjoyed our meals in a jar, chili and chili mac in a jar. I hope you understand that on most products you can put in dehydrated instead of these freeze-dried foods. I like them because they're fast. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make up the chili without the macaroni in it. There we go. See how simple that comes out? There we go. And all you do is add 2 cups of water. 2 quarts of water. So there's our dry ingredients in my 4-quart pan. And I'm putting in 1 quart of water. And I'm putting in the 2nd cup of water. And not cup, I keep saying that, I mean quart. I'm sure you know what I mean. And that's what that looks like at this point. I'm going to take a fork and just stir that all up. That is really going to taste good. Now if you need a little sugar in it, go ahead and put a little teaspoon or 2 of sugar in it. We're not big on that ourselves. Remember, we have all our spices in here. But if you like jalapeno or something, go ahead and put it in there. We're from the north. I'm just getting used to hot foods. I sort of like them now. But I'm still not ready to put them in my meals in a jar because my kids aren't used to it, I don't think, yet. And I have grandbabies who are going to be with us when the time comes. So I'm not going to make my food hot deliberately. After a full 15 minutes, this is what you have. I would like it like that, but now my kids like it a little thicker. So here's the big trick. Mashed potato flakes. I swear this is funny, but it's the truth. You just add a little bit of that. Another thing you can do is take your, what are those, refried beans. And you could put that in there, and that thickens it up. So this is my secret, and now I'm going to ask all of my subs not to tell my family that what I pull on them. You know, they never know it, but all they know is it's nice, thick chili. Look at how easy that could be. So in actuality, you could even add that to your recipe. Look at the difference. And that was only 3 teaspoons of the mashed potato. Something we learn every day. Ted is really, really going to like to come home to this tonight. He loves chili.